Choosing the right goat breed for your farm or homestead can make or break your experience with goats. It can be exciting to rush to buy the first goat you find, but taking your time and doing a bit of research will really pay off in the long run. The first question you want to ask is, why do I want goats? Goats are a great addition to any farm. They can be kept for dairy, for meat, for fiber, as pack animals, as companion animals to larger livestock like horses, for brush control, for breeding programs and sale of kids, for 4-H projects or the show ring, or as a pet. Once you've decided on the purpose of your goat, the next determining factor is space. If you have a large farm with lots of room, expansive pastures and roomy stalls, then you can raise whatever goat breed you choose. Goats are herd animals, so be prepared to keep at least two, or else your goat may suffer from depression and even stop eating in extreme cases. In addition to space, the next determining factor is secure housing and fences. Goats are very intelligent, persistent, and determined animals. If they want something, there's little to deter them from attempting to get it. Goats are very clever at escaping, so if you plan on raising large goats especially, then you should be prepared to install heavy-duty fencing. Goats have individual personalities just like people, but there are usually some general similarities within the same breed. We raise Nubians, and they are very strong-willed and loud. They can be difficult to manage but produce delicious milk. Nubians require patience and routine. Once you establish rank in the herd, they are very loyal, loving animals. Small goats can be very playful, which is fine because their smaller size lets them be more rambunctious without being too destructive. The best way to learn the personality of a breed is to spend time with them. If you know of a local breeder, ask if you can come out for a few hours. Ask to shadow them during the morning or evening routine, go to shows or auctions. Ask the breeder about the temperament of their herd. Spend time on goat forums talking to people about the breed you're interested in. I also encourage those of you who are looking for goats as pets to check out your local animal shelter. You can find some amazing animals in need of a home for free sometimes. The cost of raising goats comes mostly from feed and housing. Again, this comes down to size. Small goat breeds require less space, less feed, and less pasture. Goats raised for meat or dairy will require more feed than those kept as pets. It's a good idea to do some research on how you want to feed your goats and do some price comparisons. Whichever breed you choose, goats are not difficult to raise. Much of the learning comes in the doing. Do your reading, have a plan, and you will find the goat that's right for you. Goats have been used as a source of meat and milk for thousands of years. With approximately 300 goat breeds all over the world, choosing the right breed for your farming technique and experience is important. Some factors to consider include your climate and environment, the purpose for raising milk or meat, and how much space you have available. Not only do goats provide milk and meat, but they can also be used for fiber. They are inexpensive to keep, and they produce a great fertilizer for farmland, manure. Goats can be classified by size, color, and purpose. Below are some common goat breeds that are used for milk or meat production. Goats are typically friendly, social, and energetic with a playful, mischievous side. So when behavioral problems appear, especially from a goat who has not exhibited biting, kicking, or other forms of aggression toward fellow goats or humans before, the underlying source of the problem needs to be found. Goats do best when they are out in the pasture, spending their days grazing on various types of shrub and forage. Unfortunately, your goat may not always be able to spend all of his days wandering through acres of lush greenery and consuming all the tasty-looking plants. In the event that your goat has to be confined to her stall, you will need to feed her a diet that meets all her nutritional needs. That's all for today's video. Please like, comment, and share. Thank you for watching, everyone.